I think we're live.
Marvellous.
Marvellous. It's bloody marvellous. We're live.
Of course we were very drunk.
Very drunk.
Before we start, can I just point out Late Night Vape Show's comment?
Yeah.
Campaign to get Hard Rain Blues on the intro to my show formally launched.
Go for it.
There you go, son.
Go for it. More than welcome.
I just thought we'd mention that.
Yeah.
So, episode 45, we are here. Bit of a break last week. Yes, Mark was working. I had stuff to do. My stuff is done, and so's Mark's work, unfortunately.
Well, it's not done, but it is done.
No.
Done. The man, the myth, the legend. Frankie boy.
Indeed. What was the final figure of the Misfits? It was 2,400 the last I saw.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. Want to give a big shout out to everybody that was on the Misfits. That was one awesome show, wasn't it?
Oh, it was brilliant. I think I joined them about 4. So those challenges, no, just no.
Fishy challenges, no.
But what I will say is, if you didn't catch it, please go and see the replay. The Just Giving page is still open, so if you want to donate, you still can. Yeah, I know if Bill was in, but he was up all night, so I will try and find the link, and then we'll post it through. It got a bit emotional towards the end. Obviously, Matt was very tired, bless him. They'd done amazingly well all night. And it was just lovely to see the support they were getting.
Yeah.
Really was.
And it's the support, isn't it? I mean, it's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Boy, was there some absolutely cracking stuff being auctioned off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, one-of-a-kind series boxes and all sorts. But there is still more to come. So you can catch the Vaping Misfits every Sunday from now on. And there will be more charity auctions because there was stuff that didn't get auctioned off. So there we are. Plus 20 quid my mum donated this morning too while I was catching up on the last few hours.
Awesome.
The last few hours were those eggs. No,
definitely not. Oh God, no. No.
I must admit, it's the first cast I've ever seen on YouTube where the people were actually throwing up into bins. Oh, it was messy. It really was. Irish.
So you're going to say hello to everyone?
I will do.
You know I can't read.
Well, fair enough. So, good afternoon, Chaos Pixie. Thank you for joining us. DE, welcome. Daytime Frank, the man, the myth, the legend. Grumpy, Hephaestus, thank you for joining us. Kentucky Bill Vapes, Net Reality, always a pleasure, mate. Holden By, Stuart, Late Night Vape Show, Timmy YTS,
Timmy!
And last but by no means least, the legend that is Vaping Irish. If you're ever in need of an innuendo, there's the boy.
And Pixie's glad you're up early enough.
Oh, bless. Lisbeth, thank you. Uggles, yes. The lady with the fantastic tasting music.
Yeah, well, I've got to admit, I was a bit worried because we put our clocks forward now because it's summertime.
No. Even the sun's gone into lockdown. Oh, anyone else is stream jumping? Stream okay for everybody else?
At the present moment, looking on mine, I've got no drop frames or anything like that. Everything seems to be good here.
No, mine seems to be fairly solid. Good afternoon, Rev and Mrs. Rev.
And Mrs. Rev. Fist
And
bump.
Mrs. Rev.
And Huggles.
Stuart says sun is out here, clear blue sky. I've got grey.
Yeah, it's pretty much grey here. Huggles to Bunny!
Bunny! Oh, bless you. Got no internet on phone this afternoon. Oh. Mind, I think that's been an issue countrywide, hasn't it, with the amount of home working that's going off at the minute with COVID?
Well, I mean, let's face it, everybody's using the internet now. Everybody. I mean, the amount of stuff that I've seen going off has been absolutely brilliant. Paul, fist bump.
If it's solid, you need more fibre in your diet. True. Enough about your hair, lads. How's the weather? Yeah, no need for that, Irish.
Lisbeth's got ELO.
Awesome.
Ding, 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 ding. Do you know, that's one song that always cheers me up. Every time, as soon as you hear that, jing, 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 yeah, it puts me in a good mood.
It's good for the drive to work.
Oh, yeah.
Always good for the drive. What are we vaping? Actually, I'm vaping on very little.
Shall
I'm
I
just on. You do yours, mate, because mine's
shall I do
a one
one?
piece.
I am on the clutch that has not left my side since I got it. On top of there, I've got the Zeus X. In there, I've got Lemonade from the Jonesville range. I've got me Drop Dead. No, I haven't got me Drop Dead. I've got me Dead Rabbit V2 on the Iron Fist. In that, I have got... Can you remember the homebrew that I made?
Yeah, the lemon.
No,
the maple syrup.
Yeah, it's working well. It's took 2 weeks to steep, but yeah, it's working all right. The cream of the cheesecake isn't actually coming through now.
Cool.
So yeah, it's not bad. It's not the best. Will I do it again? No, but it's vapeable.
I think there's a lot of people in that boat at the minute.
Yeah. Well, since I've got a litre worth of it, so...
Well, yeah.
I'm going to... Yeah, in these lockdown times, I'm going to vape it. It's actually not bad. Because I knew that maple syrup on its own was going to be way too sweet. Way too sweet. But I've got that lovely maple syrup. And I've got that Graham's cracker cheesecake. It's just calming it down, but the cream's actually coming through now, so it's not too bad. It's vapeable.
Irish reckons that's a 10ml bottle.
5? That's 5ml.
I want to be a Smurf.
There you go. There's 30ml. And there you go. There's me 100ml.
Land of the Giants.
Land of the Giants. I've also got my Hexome with the intake dual, and in that I've got the tiniest little bit left of the Jonesville berry, which is that one there. 30ml again.
Right. Well, this week, all I've got's the Vinci X. I have to say, before I do anything, a massive thank you to the boys at It's Not Smoke. The shop may be shut, but they're still able to do online orders and local delivery. And if it wasn't for them doing that, I'd have been out of juice. Bless them. So,
bless.
Big shout out to the guys. If you have a local vape shop that is offering local deliveries and that sort of service, for God's sake, support them.
Yeah, definitely. TVS is doing online sales at the present moment, so you go onto the TVS website, do your order, and they get sent out. I think the orders are up to 2:30 in the afternoon.
Nice one.
So yeah, TVS is still running that way. Even though I'm not part of it.
Oh, bless. Des. Yes, this has This week's been an interesting week because I've seen it bring out the best in people, and I've seen it bring out the absolute sod in people.
Oh, I've got to admit, we didn't do a show last week. I mean, a week ago today, I was at work.
Yeah. Everything was normal.
Well, within reason, everything was normal, and it was sort of like last week was the first time that I'd done the shop on my own, which I was rather proud of. Got to admit, I was rather proud of. So like, allowed to run the shop yourself, yeah, and I really enjoyed it. And it was sort of like, what a week! How a week has just changed completely.
Oh, you're not kidding. Yeah, Paul, it's not fun.
It's not.
It's caused, unfortunately, I've had some changes with personal life, so the lockdown has seriously impacted on that. But what we all need to remember is we're doing it for a reason.
Yeah.
The longer we can keep the spike low so the NHS can deal with it, with the equipment and the staff they have, the better.
Yeah.
Because you've got to remember, it's not just Joe Public that's going to be catching it. It's going to be the nurses, it's going to be the doctors.
Yeah.
So when the spike comes, it's going to hit. But
fist bump out.
Simple 2 metre social distancing. Be careful in the supermarkets. Wear your gloves. Wash your hands. Keep your family safe and don't go out if you don't need to. I mean, I am as an NHS worker. Yes, I am still going to work, but I am taking precautions when I come home. Rajan! Is my stock of Viagra running low yet? No, son. No. I'm scared stiff. I don't need Viagra. And obviously, you didn't watch Thursday's show because I won't need Viagra for a month. It was watching Bo.
Hey, Steve, Phil and Grant are in.
Afternoon, Phil and Grant. Oh, I tell you what, I'm so glad that people didn't see the camera after we finished the show. Because I did the world's best impression of a Belisha Beacon in about 10 seconds.
Did you?
Both said one thing and that was it. Whoosh. Oh, thank God for that. She didn't go full mum on us. Yeah, if you didn't catch Thursday's home service, please just go and have a look. Cause
it was an absolute giggle.
Annette and Bo were brilliant. And to say Annette was nervous before we started was an understatement, bless her. But she's fab.
Oh, she's ace.
I actually sat down and watched the whole show back. Bunny, I'm not normally that easily embarrassed.
He's not. But honestly, you could feel the heat from here.
I could have done toast off my cheeks. Oh, bless. Oh, excellent. And I'm glad you did, love.
I'm glad.
Was such a giggle. Mind, I mean, the topless bit was a bit of a shock.
I know, it was.
Yeah.
I think he was more into a fluffy cushion.
Oh, the Viking love nest.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. Little fur. It was awesome.
It was. It was ace.
And then when the kids popped in afterwards.
Oh, that was lovely, that one, eh?
Oh, what a little pair of diamonds Annette and Bo have got. Absolute sweethearts.
And they were so well behaved, wasn't they?
Yeah.
So well behaved.
Well, I mean, to say they've been without mum and dad for, 2 hours? Yeah,
And 2 hours.
absolutely brilliant. My phone totally auto-corrected me. Has anybody been doing any gaming while being in lockdown? No, I'm not, mate.
No, I'm not.
Unfortunately, my new internet connection is so slow compared to my old one. It's ridiculous.
I've never. I used to be into gaming, and I think if I got another Xbox or something like that, I think it would be Divorce Papers. Simple as that for me.
That must sound so wrong to people who didn't watch it. Fairy cushion.
The furry cushion.
It was nice and trim, though, wasn't it? It wasn't a raggy one. No, it was very neat. GTA 5. GTAs? I used to love playing on PS3.
See, the thing is, though, I'm one of these people that has a addictive personality when it comes to things like that. And I used to have the old PlayStation. I'm on about the grey little box PlayStation and Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, I was on that for too long, should we say. And yeah, so I got rid of it. So I don't play internet games. I daren't. I just daren't do it. No,
don't.
It's just not worth the upset. Because I genuinely get addicted to it. So
you can't beat a bit of cardboard box action, though. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid. Did you never find the cardboard box?
Oh, yeah. But did you notice the bit where she got naked and the... Yeah.
Dear God, we've gone gutter. Fairy cushions. Viking love nest. Naked bits. Where did that second S come from? I don't know about you, though. I mean, during this lockdown period, I thought I'd be on the phone more to friends and family. I mean, my mum and dad have isolated themselves completely. Dad's type 2 diabetic. He's got various health issues. Mum's getting on, and she'll kill me for saying that, but she is. She's sort of mid-70s. So, they're taking it steady, as are my in-laws. So, if you do see, hello, I hope you're safe. Gutter's my favourite place. You're not kidding. Yeah, so, well, I mean, COVID's taken everything over, really, hasn't it?
It's completely taken over. Which is, let's face it, it's no wonder. I did see a bit of news. I know it's totally irrelevant to everything that we normally do on this show, but in the Antarctic, a piece of the ice has come away that's the size of Netherlands.
Oy vey.
And by all accounts, it's raised the world oceans by 2 centimetres.
So Norfolk's sweating then. But, I mean, when you look at it, the other news that's come out, the ozone layer appears to be healing itself.
I heard that a while ago.
Yeah, it's there was a study done, and by all accounts, they've looked at the Arctic, like the slipstream.
Yeah.
Oh, not the slipstream, the one that bathes us in warm water. The thingy stream.
The Gulf
Stream.
Gulf Stream.
There's an Arctic version. And if CO2 pulls it south, and they'd noticed it drifted north, so they started looking into why it had drifted north. And it turned out it was the Bunny, I love you. Welcome to the gutter. We got fun and games. We got everything you want except bog roll because of panic buyers. So how many people have got brown showers? Personally, if I still had one, it would be the jet wash.
Talking about Rev, he's got, what was that, another couple of weeks off work? Yeah, I've got 3 weeks at the present moment, so I've got another 2 weeks to go.
Well, I was laughing when I was on the Misfits this morning. They'd been eating chili and was like, for God's sakes, lads, don't you know there's a toilet paper shortage?
I know.
And the amount of people that suddenly pulled out toilet paper. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, we at work, luckily, so far we're clear. But apparently there is, what it is worth remembering is there are still strains of flu type A around.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Which is going to give you similar symptoms to COVID. I'm getting worried about the gutter. We've got sex toys, swings, latex, rope blindfolds, and cookies. And then Paul's put, I'm here for the cookies.
You want a cookie, little boy?
Hey, do you like popsicles?
Get your fat ass over here.
Oh, man.
Got 50p in my pocket if you want to come and get it.
I've just got visions of all these sort of desperate perverts. Instead of hanging around street corners with chloroform, they're just going to be dangling rolls of Andrex.
What a bicep? What a bicep?
TP. Get your TP. Hiya, Stuart. Yeah, I mean, it's really weird because, I mean, there's like people... I was saying to Mark, that worries me, Paul.
That does worry me.
I was saying to Mark...
and he likes paper boys.
Local shops, you're seeing people walk in wearing these sort of disposable masks. Yeah? Those disposable masks are designed so that you don't spit into open wounds. They are not designed to stop droplets coming in. You might as well have a piece of kitchen towel over your face. Yeah. There are much better PPE items that you could be buying, such as, you know, latex gloves, etc., which will stop contact issues. What it does do, though, is the virus can live a lot longer on plastic. So just remember that, you know, if you're wearing gloves, as soon as you've finished shopping, whatever, with your trolley, gloves off, in the bin.
Yeah, straight away.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's common sense.
Oh,
and I know us human beings do lack that. Honestly, we do. We were terrible. But that's another story altogether. But it's just using common sense. Yeah, very drunk. Very drunk. Lovely!
Thank God we were younger before social media.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God. So, not to get too depressing, do you think this lockdown could get more serious for the UK here? Or do you think
Big time. The coronavirus bill came in Thursday. We've already seen a number of statements from constabularies that they will be carrying out random spot checks on people driving. You know, there's on-the-spot fines for people congregating in public places, etc. You know.
See, I keep on saying it. I think I said it on Thursday as well. I think the problem is there's no clarity.
That is the issue, and some of the more sweeping statements need that clarity. So there needs to be a lot more. Oh, at will for 2 years minimum. Interesting. Yeah, I know. If you, the doctor, a lot of the doctors have been sort of saying similar things around here, but you've got to remember, with the NHS, there has to be long-term planning. Hats off, Mick. Hats off. Thanks, Mick. You've broken now.
Oh, big fist bump. I love you, dude. That's awesome. If you're in Gainsborough and you need a taxi, stay at home. We're closed. Oh, that's brilliant. Sorry, you were saying?
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, bless. I was just put. Annette thought that was my mum laughing. Oh, man. We've had staff stopped, by the police asking why they were travelling, etc. So
Yeah.
luckily they're in uniform and have ID badges, but worth bearing in mind. Especially if you. That was awesome. Does anyone else feel suffocated, stuck indoors, suffering from low mood? Yeah.
I've got to admit, and I'll be totally blunt and honest with everybody, I've not had a good week. And I'll generally, honestly, it was so like, motivation has dropped, went boom. Because not only, obviously, that you've got to be in lockdown, which, at the end of the day, lockdown you can reasonably cope with, but it was so like the worry about financial worries, because obviously I'm not allowed to go to work. There's that financial worry as well. And obviously the general worry of what's going on. So I've not been in the best of places this week, to be honest with you. So me personally, this is what I'm doing next week, literally as of tomorrow. I'm going to be getting up at the usual time that I would get up when I'm going to work. I'm going to go and have a shower. I'm going to get dressed. I'm not going to stay in my gym jams and couch up. And I'm going to set my actual day up. And that's the way that I'm going to try and cope with it. Just thought I'd let everyone know.
I'm lucky because I'm lucky. Having to go into work, I've still got that routine. Yeah. Home working has become a big thing. It is putting strains on internet and your various companies, VPNs, etc. So yes, there's going to be a certain amount of frustration at that. But I think the one thing I've found this week is don't worry about the little stuff. The little stuff that normally niggles you, let it go.
Yeah.
Because there's much bigger stuff to be worried about, and
I mean, you're so like, the only way I can explain it is so like, it's that big shock. I think you've got to get over the shock, right? So like, get to some sort of normality that you can do yourself. Is he gone? Oh, is he froze? No, he's froze. Recovering lost connection. Oh, dear. Or have we froze? Are we still here? Oh, dear. Bear with me, we're having technical problems. Is he going to come back? Oh dear, I think his head's stuck. Oh, I'm still here. Oh, thank goodness for that. Oh dear. Right, bear with me a second, see if we can get him back. Oh, he's really gone. Oh! As long as I'm okay, that's amazing, it is. Oh, blooming heck. Caption time, you're not kidding. Right, just bear with us, guys, see if I can get him back. We're doing all right, Chris. Right, bear with. He's alive. Hopefully I can disconnect. And what I'm going to do is disconnect him and see if I can recall him. Leave the call. Get rid of that. And see if I can call him back up. Bear with. I'm giving me a ring at the present moment. So there, I'm still here. No, I'm not frozen just yet. Bear with. I'm ringing him, but he's not answering. I'll keep that down there. So bear with me. So sorry about this. There you go. That's me there sorted. Come on, answer your phone. Oof. And we've lost everything. Oh God, what's up? Got no camera. Phew. Don't worry about it.
Just my luck.
Don't worry about it.
Sorry, guys.
No, they can't see us. They might be able to hear us. Right, fingers crossed. We should be back.
Oh, I hope so.
We should be. There's going to be two of us, then one of us. There you go. And we're back. Yes, we're back.
Yeah. All I can say is this is how my luck has been going recently. Sod my luck. Yes, I apologise for that. My laptop decided it was going to go Pete Tom. So, not good.
Chris, we'll have to sort that out at a later date. Obviously, what with technical problems we've just had, I don't want to be jinxing everything else up. Steve's on a very limited broadband width, so we will sort that out another time, Chris, if that's all right with you. But yeah, you are more than welcome to come on live with us once we've got this sorted out.
I come live with you. No, that's my. The bush is mine. I'm the only one that gets to watch him coming out the shower.
Are you all right there then? Are we back up and running?
Seemed to be. The CPU's started calming itself. The disk is, we should be all right.
Yeah, honestly, Chris, you are more than welcome to come on. We're just obviously not today because obviously this technical, I didn't touch it.
I don't know how many nuns I've kicked in a previous life, but it was too many.
Oh,
Jesus.
dear.
I'll tell you what, that's off-putting when you suddenly get a blue screen of death. 1 minute you're looking at your best buddy, and the next minute, bump.
Bump. Yeah, that was a bit scary, that was. Phew. But you're back. We're still here. We managed to save it. I can calm down now. That was panic, because honestly, the screenshot that everyone's going to do here, though.
Why?
I'm looking forward to all the screenshots on the Facebook page. You were like kind of like that.
They got me with the shepherd. They got me with the shepherd's crook. Oh man! So, well, while I'm here, we may as well. So, bit of news, because I know that's where we were heading anyway. So, New Nicotine Alliance has lent its voice to the IBVTA and the UK Trade Association, UKVIA, in highlighting the desperate need for the nation's smokers and ex-smokers to be able to continue to be able to reduce their exposure to harm from smoking. This is back to the vape shops.
Yeah. Like I said last week, me personally, I think that vape shops are an essential service to the community. So I still think if as long as the distancing section, you only have one customer in at one time, I think this should be open.
I agree. I mean, Bow, obviously they've been doing deliveries with the post office. It's Not Smoker been doing local. TVS are doing online. That's great. But there is a large proportion of smokers out there wanting to stay off the fags who have just started vaping that maybe aren't comfortable with online shopping. May not have the ability to shop online. Not everybody's got an account that enables you to shop online. So I think more than ever it's necessary. I mean, I nearly ran out of juice and ended up going to Asda. And you know the best stuff I could get? Dinner Lady apple pie at 6 mil.
Oh dear.
Exactly. It's not right.
It's not good. It's not good. Sorry, I'm getting comfy. Sorry, I do apologise. I'm getting comfy, so like, just had a bit of stress there.
He's back. Yeah, so, and the other issue I find with supermarkets is you'll go in and it's very difficult to see what they've actually got in stock. Yeah? So, all well and good, but if you've got somebody on the cig counter that doesn't know their stuff, and you say, what have you got in 3 mil? And you get the answer, oh, don't think we've got anything. You're going to have to go off that answer.
Yeah, of course you are.
You know, so if you make it too hard for the new vapor, all they're going to do is go back to the fags, and it'll be oh well, I can't get to the shop for X number of weeks. I'll buy a couple of packs and then I'll quit afterwards.
Well, it's like what Bo was saying. Our shop is very much the same. We've got I don't want to say this, and it sounds without sounding rude. We have a group of people that come in, which is a certain age group, more than so like younger vapors, and they just buy they buy a pack 5-10 ml bottles of the Virginia or a UK Silver, and that's all they buy. And it's them, you know, they don't go on the internet, they don't go shopping that way. They just come into our shop, get the juice that they have, they'll get a coil, and that's it. And it's them type of people that I worry for. You know, they're not exactly technical savvy when it comes to the internet and things like that. They come in and they use us like they would use a newsagents to get the cigs originally.
And Bunny's just put, that's what they want though, people to go back to smoking. If this was the States, I would agree with that statement wholeheartedly. I honestly think the UK government's got a very different view on that. I think they're looking more in the terms of long-term healthcare. You know, admittedly though, there's a lot of money being thrown around at the minute, especially with COVID. So they're going to have to recoup some of that from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know. But given the long-term planning for the NHS, etc., it would be in their interest to reopen the vape shops. If you have to put one in, one out, fine, do it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Annette Ambo was saying, Hephaestus, thank you, dear boy. Thank you. It's all right. Iris just having a pop about my age again. It says the older age group, aka the BFGs, and Hephaestus just put, "Oi, Irish, I'm of a similar age to BFG." We may be old, but we still know how to put 2 pool balls in a sock.
And you've also got to remember that BFG is only 3 weeks older than me.
Exactly, and you're still small and cute. Festus just put, I was a priest at Stonehenge. Not helping, mate. Not helping. You got to remember, the thing about our age group is we survived flares and collars that you could hang glide with.
Yeah.
And we were forced to wear them.
Ankipatize.
Or them that scratchy wool jumpers as well.
And balaclavas.
And Mick's just put, and they're both a lot younger than me. Yes, but Mick's aged very well. Have you noticed that?
Oh yeah, very.
Handsome devil. I was told it was going to get easier when you turn 50. The only reason it turns easier, Paul, is because it's downhill from there on. You don't have to strain as hard.
And Blabworts was told it was going to get easier when he turned 50.
No. Just the gradient changes, yeah.
Oh gosh, clip-on ties. I used to have one of them.
I've still got one for work.
Clip-on ties, cheap.
There's nothing funnier than when you work in the doors and somebody grabs your tie and it comes off in his hand. Always one of my favourite expressions to see. Normally just before they got destroyed. But anyway.
Chris Doyle. Chris Doyle has the overpowered stacked with the Kennedy RDA with some Juice Giant Raspberry Mango and the Kennedy Mech with Mayako.
Yeah, the Miyako. I believe it's the raspberry he's on. Lucky devil. He was posting this morning, wasn't he?
I used to have a piano key tie. Yeah.
I didn't have one.
Oh,
I wasn't cool enough. I had a grey leather one with black and white paint splatter on it that went with my shiny Foster's suit.
I remember the first ever tie I bought. The first ever tie I bought myself. It was straight. It never went out or like that. It was straight.
Yeah. Oh God, do you remember the old CNA suits as well?
Oh God, aye.
You could see they were that thin. You could see through them and shiny. It was fab.
D wants to know what you're vaping on. What juice you got?
What juice I got? I have Riot Salts, currently on Blue Burst. But I've got a couple of the Cherry Fizz. The reason being I've got the short filter review, which I'm really looking forward to. And I've also got a couple of bottles of Pure Minted in, mainly because that's my huggy flavour. You know, we've all got a flavour that when times is hard and you want a little taste cuddle, we turn to our favourite.
Mine's on the Rochford Project Lemon Rush.
I was good. If I had somewhere to get it delivered, it would be Rochford Project, but you know, the Pure Minted at the minute.
I didn't get the mute. Sorry.
Go and wash your hands. His arse is twitching all over the UK now. Oh, you bad bugger.
So what's Labworks is running his topside goon and a bit of apple, kiwi and watermelon. Chris is vaping on his Dovebow Odin Intake Dual RT and Dreamer with Dead Rabbit V2 and Boost Pod with RDA Deck and Druga Nada Pod. Blooming heck. That's a lot to fit in your gob all at once.
You were. What else we got?
Chris Doyle, no worries, not at all problem, mate. Lethal.
Mick's just put, they used to shout, bless you, now it's bugger off.
It's true, though, isn't it?
Cheers. Yeah, I mean...
Timmy's on his Scarecrow Crave Pipe Ultra Gatherer and with the last of the Apply Crumble from Nova.
Oh, the apple crumble. Nice. Oh, Festus is on his SoulOhm with the Mage. Vape Wild Berry Mix. Oh, nice.
Rev's on his Basic 2.0 RDA and his 5A's Stro SQ. Blooming heck.
I tell you what, it looks like Annette's tied Bo to the bed again because she's actually managed to get her magma box back, Zeus X, and custard glazed donut.
Bunny's on a pod kitty today. Trinity Alpha with a mango and passion fruit slushy Nick Salt.
Mix on the Saga with the Money Shot and Lemon Drop by Crisp Vape Co. Nice.
Flashes on the Rentomanta, the Blotto with the exceptional vapes, Tropical Tilt.
Oh, I bet that's nice. Right. Oh, I tell you what, the pipe. I so want to try it.
Oh, yeah.
Annette says she's wrestled it up back off him twice already today.
Awesome.
Oh, man. Back to the bed and rope talk, are we? This is my forte. Yeah, but Irish, Annette doesn't normally say, does this smell of chloroform before she does.
Smell this and tell me what it smells like.
Grumpy's on his Purge Basic V4 with Twinkies e-juice. And Rev's also on an Asmodeus Blank and Stratus Series box. I do love it when Rev talks dirty. He always manages to pull out the more exotic. Oh, Bunny's ordered the Geek Vape Boost yesterday. Can't wait to get it. So, I mean, this is one of the things about lockdown. Have you found yourself ordering stuff?
No.
No, I was just wondering in the chat, because obviously, you know, a lot of guys are at work and you've got a bit of spare time. Has shiny-itis kicked in? There's one thing for your chat. Let's have a look. The Boost is a damn good little vape. Can't fault you on that.
No.
Chris reckons the Donut King Vanilla Custard is very nice. Oh, and Mick's just picked up the Purge Basic V4. It's like a train.
It's a purge. It will do.
We do like those. Oh, and Rev's final entry to the buffet. The Dvar 16 and the Ice Stick Amnis. Nice.
Tiberius, I'm exactly the same.
I must admit, you'd think with all the extra time, I'd be stripping down, cleaning, re-wicking, coiling, and all the rest of it, yeah? No. I've turned to the pod.
Have you?
I've been vaping more on the Vinci than I have anything else.
Well, I've been testing the Target 80, and I've also been testing this one as well, which is the Oxver Origin. I think it's pronounced Oxver. OXVA. Oxver? Oxver. I'm quite enjoying these. They're nice little kits.
Does look a little medicinal, but the pearly white one's gorgeous.
Yeah. The vapour that's getting, I'm coming off these is lovely.
What's the flavour like? Good?
Good, yeah. Yeah, really good. It does look a bit... yeah. But it's got an 8650 in it, so that's always a boost to me.
Yes, thank you, Irish. Dear God's BFG, no one wants to hear about you stripping down and cleaning. Why a wool and Dettol, mate, in these hard times? Why a wool and Dettol?
And Elizabeth's on the Voodoo with the Rebirth RTA and Just Jam Marmalade Summer Fruits. Ooh, I bet that's nice. I like a nice marmalade.
Perky. No, the marmalade.
All right.
Sweetness.
I thought you were talking about something else then.
I'm not having you talk about Elizabeth like that. Mine.
Perky.
Oh, Elizabeth, I apologise for my co-host.
No. You're the one that said Perky. Don't blame me.
Oh, and that's on the Kingston custard glazed donuts. Don't put wire wool and Dettol on your hard time. Irish, I might enjoy it, mate.
You will.
Got no Dettol. It's like gold dust. Vinegar and hot water will have to do. Well, BFG is the only one fighting his computer today. Hephaestus has just gone full Jar Jar. Elizabeth says, very nice, but it's a voopoo.
Yeah.
No worry. See, you're forgiven. It's a good job Elizabeth's got a big heart.
Exactly.
Vert with the Zoosex, coffee and milk. Ooh, coffee. Milky coffee. I could go for one of them. Oh, no. Don't. I apologise for the traffic noise. Unfortunately, where my router is right over the traffic lights. And there's very little I can do about it other than sort of stuff duvets into the windowsill. So.
You're right, you had the police the other day, didn't you?
Oh, that was brilliant. The geezer must have been up and down twice because I clocked the car going up and down, and the third time he came down, the police pulled him off.
Well, dude, I think we ought to talk about it, and I know one person's going to probably be a bit niff with us. It was the final episode of Picard on Friday. What was your thoughts?
Before we do this, who hasn't seen it?
Yeah, who hasn't seen it?
35 watching, only 4 thumbs up. Smash that like.
Yes, please.
Thanks, Pixie. Yeah, Ben tough. Viagra and wire wool, a match made in heaven. Paul, you need to speak to somebody, mate. Hephaestus hasn't seen it. Elizabeth hasn't seen it.
Oh, bless you. I get food as well.
Oh, it's 3 o'clock.
Yeah, but look.
Oh, toasted tea cake.
Look at that. Just
I say.
Look at that. See, we're healthy as well with grapes. Thank you. I am looked after.
There's quite a few that haven't seen it, mate.
There's quite a few that haven't seen it.
Maybe this is a conversation for next week.
Okay, we'll save it for next week.
Yeah. I mean, while we're talking about it, have people been hitting Netflix? You know, is there anything you've been watching on there that you think other people might enjoy? Any little hidden gems that people can pass on for the while we're locked down?
Do you know what I watched last night? Paycheck. Ben Affleck and Uma Thurman.
Good film. Very good film.
I'm going through my old, because obviously I'm one of these people, I've got basically a Blockbusters in my front room. And literally when I say I've got a Blockbusters, I have got a Blockbusters in my front room. And instead of like streaming, I thought, right, I'm going to start going through my old films that I've got. So I watched Paycheck and I really enjoyed it.
For those that haven't seen it, it's basically there's a guy who reverse engineers technology, but in order to protect him from copyright claims and all the rest of it, what they actually do is wipe his memory. And the whole film is based on that premise. Absolutely stellar performance from Affleck, to be honest. It's one of those hidden gem films. Oh, just done series 2 of Jack Ryan and now to series 3 of The Ozarks.
Steve Parkinson. I started vaping again because I broke my arm badly 5 weeks ago. I bought loads of mods, tanks, RDAs, RDTAs, coils, wires, juice, etc. all in the clearance section. I'm a Yorkshire man too.
Good
awesome!
There's no wrong with being tight. But, I mean, the thing is... Hold on, Irish. Whoa,
Irish.
Whoa.
Irish, you know what blooming Blockbusters is.
You're not that young, son. Grumpy says in between binge watching the new Doctor Who's 1 to 10. Timmy says we got a trial Disney sub to watch Mandalorian. Glad I didn't pay. I'm surprised on that because I really enjoyed the Mandalorian.
I did. I thoroughly enjoyed the Mandalorian.
Kentucky Bill says Blockbusters is a new mech that's coming out. If you didn't have a Blockbusters card, you weren't there.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I hope people don't mind me eating while we're live.
Dude, it was so delightfully presented. I'd be amazed if he didn't. Oh, bless. Iris says, I literally said I'm not that young. I'm 29 now and sad about it. Irish, you got no to worry about, kid.
29.
Not at 29.
No.
Still young enough for Snapchat.
So Timmy's not a big fan of The Mandalorian then?
No, and Bunny's just called him a blasphemer. Kentucky Bill says, I was around when we spun the antenna outside to get a better signal and yelled, how's that? Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. The amount of clips around the ear I got from my old man for not holding the aerial straight.
I mean, come on, let's face it. Blockbusters, for me, it was a thing, wasn't it? It wasn't just sort of, I'm just going to go and get a film. It was an event. It was an event to go to Blockbusters. Or a video. I mean, we had our local video shop. It wasn't actual Blockbusters. And I watched, because you sort of like you used to get your main video, and then you used to get a second video, half the rental price.
Yeah, your B movie.
And I found more gems through that than I would ever would done. Because it's sort of like, yeah, you've got to get this bargain. You know, it's not like, I know it was £2 to rent this video, but you rented that video and you got one that you didn't have to pay for. So it's sort of like, you took advantage of getting two films for the price of one.
Oh, two, right?
And the amount of films that I found.
I'll tell you the ones I found. Roadhouse, Next of Kin, two Patrick Swayze films. Next of Kin is brilliant.
I love Next of Kin.
And Roadhouse, well, say no more.
Roadhouse.
And if you have a vague interest, ladies, in Patrick Swayze, the scene where he's contorting, shall we say, I've never met a Patrick Swayze fan yet whose heart didn't go a flutter.
Next to Kin, I absolutely love that film.
Liam Neeson in it as well. Absolutely brilliant film. The Redneck Rampage at the end. We won't go into any more detail, but oh my God. First time I saw that film, I was sat on the edge of my seat. I thought it was awesome. Oh, here we go. Hard to get into when can't see emotional cues on the main character's face for me. So I had no connection with him. But Baby Yoda was the best.
Baby Yoda's ace.
You know, I'd never considered that. Yeah, with Timmy's... Yeah. I'd never considered that. Blimey. Sorry, Elizabeth. She just put yuck. What was the other ones? I'm trying to think of some lesser known. Nine Gates. That was... what's his face? Played Edward Scissorhands.
Shawshank Redemption. What a film.
Oh, that was awesome.
That is an absolute... In fact, I might watch that.
Black Dog. That is a cracking film as well. That is an absolutely brilliant film. Patrick Swayze is the truck driver. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Oh, Johnny Depp. He played Edward Scissorhands, didn't he, Johnny Depp?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Nine Gates. Johnny Depp plays a crooked bookseller.
What's the one where Johnny Depp's the one with the cowboy hat? It's set in that period of time. I'm trying to think what it's called now. No, brain's gone dead. What?
Now there's one.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence.
I love that film.
Guy.
See, me and Iris are actually agreeing on something. Nine Gates is an amazing film.
It's Timmy's birthday tomorrow.
It's whose birthday?
Timmy's.
Timmy!
I didn't know it was your birthday.
Oh, happy birthday for tomorrow, mate.
Yeah. Big hugs. Manly hugs. Manly hugs. Manly hugs.
Don't you believe it. Uggles. Oh, I can't believe our little YTS is growing up.
Oh, bless. Oh.
Big Lebowski, another classic. The Big Lebowski, awesome. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Labworks found Porky's at Blockbuster and Fast Time at Ridgemont High.
I find the Society. Can you remember that one?
Oh, the one where they were... Yeah. No, That was a bit freaky, that one. When you got mum, dad, and daughter, and mum and daughter melded together, it was just no, wrong. That ticks so many dodgy boxes.
There was Society From Beyond.
From Beyond was based on H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah. And at the same time, I was watching The Reanimator.
Yeah. There was at least 4 in the Reanimator series.
And then obviously Scanners.
Well, got to watch a bit of Scanners. Just for the head exploding scene, because I'd not seen anything like it, you know.
And I also found, I remember, what was it now? Oh, my brain's gone completely goo-goo today. It's where he's the Angel Gabriel.
Oh, Prophecy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a B movie I found.
I love Prophecy. I had the box set.
Yeah, I've got all 3.
Absolutely brilliant. Christopher Walken is the Angel Gabriel.
And I love that. I love that bit where he goes up to the child and he goes, "You see this bit here?" He says, "Do you know why you've got that? It's when I went to you and went, shh." It's like, "Oh, you're scaring me."
No, I mean, what trying to think of some of the others. Rutger Hauer, he did some classic B movies. Blind Fury.
Blind Fury, yeah.
I'm trying to think what the one was with set in a flooded London. I'm going to have to Google through this, I'm afraid, because it is actually a really good film.
I was tempted to do the Clarks thing. You know, the Jane, Silent Bob, all them lot. Because you've got Clarks, Chasing Amy, Mallrats, Dogma.
Mallrats is brilliant. Just with a stinky finger.
Then there was the Jane, Silent Bob one. Then there was Clarks 2. And obviously the new one.
Yeah, the new one left me a bit cold. But Hobo with a Shotgun. That's another Rutger Hauer one. Split Second.
Oh, blooming heck.
It's a sort of rip-off of Predator, Alien, and a cop movie. Wedlock as well. That's another really good one with Rutger Hauer. See, all these films for you to try and find on Amazon Prime. Yeah. And, of course, Lady Hawk.
Oh, blooming heck.
Now, I enjoyed Lady Hawk. That's one of my favourites.
I might really upset my wife and watch Zardos.
Oh my God. Sean Connery.
Yeah, Sean Connery. I thought, when I was a kid, I thought that was an ace film, that.
Oh man. Dogma. There's another one from the Kev Smith stable. That's brilliant. I mean, just when the Metatron appears and she hoses him down with the fire extinguisher, she's like, the voice of God appears and you cover him in flame retardant chemicals. Do you treat everybody that way? No wonder you're still single.
Mix
Barbarella.
just watched The Joker. I haven't seen it yet.
I must admit, it's not one I've seen. Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, that for me would come under the B movie.
Outland.
Outland. Is that the one with Sean Connery on the space station? Yeah. Bad Boy Bubby. I've not seen that in years. My God.
Blooming heck. Kevin Smith's daughter's 20.
Oh, don't. Yeah, Harley Quinn. He actually called her Harley. I mean, Joker.
You can't beat Highlander. You can't beat Highlander, honestly. It's not cold. I've made the boots I made for you. There's not a dry iron house there.
Highlander 2. I must admit, I am actually a fan of Highlander 2, The Quickening, and Highlander 3 as well.
I liked Highlander 2. I've got to admit, I did like Highlander 2.
It rewrote some of the canon, but just for Sean Connery appearing on the Hamlet stage. Yeah, I'll ask poor Yorick, with my lips I have kissed yours. Well, whatever you go to in the privacy of your own room, mate. Yeah. Oh, there we are. Mick's just put it's double dark. If you're watching it for the Kapow Bosch and Batman's thing, you'll be disappointed.
Yeah, it's not that kind of a film, though, is it?
It's more about his descent into mental illness, isn't it? That, Bunny, you know my opinion is that you're an immortal being frozen in time. Kurgan has to be the classic movie bad guy, though.
Oh, he's... Go on then, do it. Go on. Go on.
Hello, pretty. Everybody, I have something to say. It's better to burn out than fade away.
Yes, you were there. You're Terry's rendition of New York, New York. I know he does. I said this yonks ago. You ought to seen him when you were younger. I've seen photos of Steve when he was younger, and honestly, he's just spitting. He's scary.
I'm so far behind on chat. I don't know whether it's just slow for me. Dear God, he even kind of looked like him. Thanks, Hephaestus. It used to be worse because I did have the biker jacket. I didn't have the chainmail on it, but I did have the biker jacket with all the...
Yeah, see, thing is, though, one day if I see you with your staples all the way around here, I'm going to be shitting myself.
I'm in disguise. Am I on Top Chat? No, I might be, actually. Yes, I'm on Top Chat. Dear God, I'm sorry, dudes. Yes, Irish, I am on Twat Chat. This is not good.
Do you know something? You know how all the changes have gone off with YouTube? You'd have thought that there's sort of this live chat thing sorted by now. Well, I don't understand what Top Chat is.
It's a good question because it seems to be the people that post most.
All right.
But this is not good. Right, what was the question from am I on Top Chat? Yes, I am, Hephaestus. I do apologise, mate.
We're all very professional here. It's Sunday afternoon. It's Sunday chill out.
Dude, my laptop's gone down.
Has it?
I had to pay extra for that. Why are they cutting YouTube uploads and viewing to SD? Oh, when are they cutting YouTube uploads and viewing to SD? Yeah, that's a fair point because I mean, Netflix have cut qualities, Disney Plus have cut quality, Amazon Prime have cut quality. So how are YouTube getting away with it? Mind saying that a lot of work networks, YouTube's a blocked item anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, let's face it, a lot more people are going to be going live. A lot more people are going to be using YouTube, so...
It is a tad bizarre, but...
I tell you one thing, though, to all the people that are actually producing the internet, you've got to hats off to them, because I think they're a complete and utter lifesaver.
Oh, well, I was reading an article online. What if the lockdown had happened 15 years ago? Skype wouldn't have been about. It was literally a chat messenger back then. You'd have had a clamshell phone.
Talking about clamshell phones, have you seen the new Motorola?
Is that the Razr with the flexible screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like that. Sorry. Is that my retro feel of me?
It's like the cartoon Top Cat. There was talk of it 2 weeks ago. What was that? Yeah, I was a bit gutted to say, there's been some amazing music live sets these past few days. Yeah, now I noticed Beautiful South, Paul, what's his face? He's putting on a concert for NHS workers.
Is it?
At Nottingham Arena. But is that really the best idea at this present time?
I know he's not like a greatest hits, but it is like a greatest hits. He's doing reworks of Beautiful South stuff.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I love Beautiful South, so it's gorgeous stuff.
And Grumpy's phone contract is up and he can't get out to get a new phone.
Oh, that's not good for a tech head. That is not good for a tech head. See, I was a fan of the Razor.
Yeah,
it was a nice phone. It was slim. You know, you just flicked it, screen came up.
Yeah.
MP3 play on it. Yeah.
Ooh, the mod cons of an MP3 player on it. Hello.
Oh God, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you think back in the day, how much were they charging for an MP3 player?
They were extortionate.
So to be able to do it on your phone.
I can remember the days when I was grateful when I could have my own tune on it.
Oh, don't. The hours I spent trying to get programming a ringtone onto a Nokia, and you're having to do it with the digits.
Yeah. I think it took me nearly a day to get the Next Generation theme tune.
Oh God, we've gone retro again.
I know. So, there's no wrong with that.
Where did we get to on the B movies?
It was more Highlander than anything else at the present moment.
Well, we sort of took a left turn at Highlander, didn't we?
Oh yeah. Oh yes, my pretty.
Hello, Mom. Professor says I have a special ed from Cranky Anchors as my notification sound. My brother bought a mini disc player literally 2 weeks before solid state MP3 players came out. Oh, he must have been kicking himself. Mind saying that, the mini disc was brilliant.
I like mini disc.
Cracking sound quality.
Well, they were good because you could record on them.
Well, this is it. I mean, I'd still quite happily. Who used to pay Jamster £5 a month for ringtones? Yes.
Yes, been there.
I live in an Apple universe at home, so it will be an iPhone Labworks. Ben. See, you don't have to sound like Kurgan to scare people.
I used to love my Walkman as well. I can't, but thank you.
Something about it, though, wasn't there, the Walkman?
The last Walkman I got was auto reverse, so you didn't have to set the tape out. Oh, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool.
Especially when you couldn't get a full album on one side.
Yeah. Oh, God. Quick, masks on.
That's why there's a toilet paper shortage. Somebody coughs and 100 people shit themselves.
Yeah. Talking about sniffs and sneezes and that. Remember the other week we mentioned that, so like I said to you that I could have had the coronavirus back in October, November. Well, there's been a report out saying the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah, in the States. Yeah, Jenny actually.
That's right, yeah.
And sort of said, have you seen this? My reply was, see, I told you he was diseased.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm patient zero.
Does that mean you're going to be Charlton Heston in the Omega Man?
Ooh. I think I'll be more like Charlton Heston in Bloody Soylent Green.
Oh, Labwork says pants down, mask on. Hephaestus, Hephaestus said this earlier. Some guy punched a woman at the local Walmart when her kid coughed.
Seriously?
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Mm.
Oh, and Annette's just put, we defo all had it back in December. It was horrible. Never felt so close to death.
Mm.
There's a few lads at work who had it and thought it was just flu.
Mm.
And they soldiered on. So,
because me and Jan, especially December time, well, October, end of October, all the way through Christmas. I mean, Christmas Day, I was still poorly. I mean, me and Jan Jan was really poorly.
oh God, yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's got up to do with it.
It would be interesting. Fair enough, Ben. As an ex-computer systems engineer, the last thing I want to do is spend the day messing around with the family's tech. Apple, plug and play. Managed it all from my phone or laptop. You can't argue with that. Personally, I don't like being told how to use it. You know, I've been a tweaker for many years.
You tweak?
I tweak. Yes.
Mick's just said on here, I generally think I had it in December. 1 week of bad throat and then 3 weeks of feeling like poo-poo.
Well, this is going back to what I was saying. We've seen some amazing acts by people, and then we've seen some absolute dickwads. You know, the panic buying. Did you see the pictures that came out of Coventry?
No.
The local MP had been down to the rubbish collection place, and there was bin after bin with spoiled food in. And it was about a week, 2 weeks after the panic buying, and the amount of stuff that people had thrown away, not even opened.
Well, I on a sad note, I got told a woman got 2 bottles of milk. She was told that she was only allowed 1 bottle of milk. She caused up that much fuss. She poured the second bottle of milk all over the cashier.
Oh, for God's sakes. No, that's not on. That's not on. The shop workers, they're coming into work to make sure that people can get food.
Yeah, of course they are.
It's not their fault about the panic buying. It's not their fault about the restrictions. Yeah?
Yeah.
All they're doing is enforcing the rules that have been put in place to make sure that everybody gets enough. So if you think...
I mean, by all accounts, our local Asda here, you've got to go in, you've got to go down each aisle, up and down, and people can't even do that.
Well, the local Aldi in Retford, I went... My wife had asked me to pick up some bread because she was out. So I went down to the Aldi and we were queuing. And somebody just, quite innocently said, well, where does the queue start? Because people were starting to form their own queue, And this is going back to what I was saying about the stuff that normally niggles you. Let it go.
Yeah.
Because all I said was, look, it's an extra 5-10 minutes in the queue. If they want to push in, fine.
Do you know something? I know this sounds probably a bit out there, probably tinfoily, but I think this is going to change the way that we behave from now on.
I hope so. I really hope so, because all it's done to me is highlight where we're failing. The people that need that little bit extra care, that little bit extra protection. People slowly came round to that idea. The supermarkets opening for the elderly. The NHS workers, I think that I can only applaud them for allowing the NHS workers to come in that little bit earlier, Because if you're working a 14-hour shift, you know, by the time you get to the supermarket, it's either closed or there's no left. You know, what I do hope that we take out of this is it wasn't the fat cat, it wasn't the business owner, it wasn't the banker that kept the country going. It was the cleaners, it was the shop workers, it was the NHS workers. And anybody else, you know, the lorry drivers, the bus drivers.
Yeah.
The bus drivers have been woefully missed out, in my view, because they're the guys that are getting people to work.
Yeah.
They're the guys that are getting the nurses to work, you know. And the lorry drivers. I've been seeing stories online about, you know, they have these stop-offs. Some of the drivers are getting treated woefully. They're not allowed to use the showers. There's no food available for them. You know, these are the guys that are keeping the country going. You know, and I can fully. I read one comment from one of the drivers that was basically, I could be at home, I could be safe, I could know I've got food, etc. I'm not. I'm out driving. So, good on you, lads. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to give a big hats off to everybody that in this situation. I mean, we are in a weird. It's never happened to us before. Ever.
No.
Any of us. I mean, the closest thing that you can come to what's going off is obviously the Second World War. And most of us were definitely not around then.
Oh, later, Rev.
Fist bump, Rev.
Yeah, I mean, somewhere along the line, aspirations have skewed what's important. Is it really important to be driving around in a Merc when you could be driving around in a Ford? Because all that is, for me, is a pissing contest.
Oh, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, mine's bigger than yours. So what? Still does the same job, yeah. But no, I'm really hoping that it does change some of the values that we've had recently. Yeah. I mean, the NHS, the clap for the NHS on Thursday.
I thought that was brilliant, though.
I was so... you could hear the applause echoing around the streets around here. That took me back.
Yeah.
You know, it really did. I wasn't expecting the sort of outpouring that we saw.
Just prior to us coming live, I was watching the BBC Click, the tech side of the news, and the amount of people that are creating ventilators, you know, students and things like that are creating they don't need electricity to work. They were also creating ventilators with equipment that the NHS would already have to hand. And I thought, this is absolutely brilliant. You know, minds are trying to work together. And I think that's absolutely awesome.
Well, I mean, that sort of thinking is what's going to save people. You know, the Heath Robinson approach. I mean, Dyson, hats off to him, yeah? But why reinvent something that's already there?
Yeah.
And it needs to be fast.
Yeah, of course it does. I mean, by the time Dyson does it all, it'll be October.
Well, yeah. I mean, Mick's just put, I spent years trying to earn as much as possible. It's like snow in your garden. We're all the same now. 100%. 100%. At the end of the day now, all I am bothered about is my loved ones are safe, my kids are safe, and they've got food. Yeah? That's all I'm bothered about.
That's all it is about now.
There you go. Bunny's just put, I don't drive, so it's not an issue for me. I walk everywhere and use the bus train, if not in walking distance. That's fair enough. I think what I have noticed is we're getting that sense of humour.
Oh, yeah, you've got to have humour.
You know, the trenches sort of humour. We were at the supermarket and there was a lady behind me who's obviously Well, we were just chatting, and it was just a giggle. It was nice to sort of have that, rather than just going into the supermarket, head down, grab what you need and leave. We were just chatting away, and it was so funny. And then when the cashier put on the rubber gloves, smothered him in hand gel, and the geezer across just went, "No, you can go in dry, love." I just couldn't stop laughing. No, I mean, Gav's obviously one of our bus driving viewers.
Yeah, he is, definitely, yeah.
Gav, I think he's out working today, isn't he?
As far as I'm aware of, yeah.
Then he's off for 2. I think they've stood him down for 2. Yeah, Irish. There is people doing that, living on a boat to avoid all this. Yeah. I mean,
it's like the people in the ISS. I bet they're thinking, "Nah, we're fine up here, honest." Honestly, no, we don't need to come back just yet. We're fine.
Oh, Festus says, wouldn't work for me, Bunny, as I'm 7 miles to the nearest town and 14 to the closest convenience store. 72 miles to the Walmart.
Wow.
Dear God. See, now, the area that Mark and my family are in, it's 3 miles to the nearest corner shop. Then it's 7 miles, which is literally the Asda just outside Mark's, to the nearest supermarket. And if you want a bigger one, then you're looking probably Gainsborough.
Yeah. For me, it'd be Doncaster.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got an Asda here, but it's only a small Asda. It's not like a normal size Asda. It's only like a small Asda. And then we've got, is it an Aldi? And then we've got little shops as well. So we're all right here.
I mean, Retford's all right. Gainsborough's got a bigger Morrison's. Donny's probably closest superstore, if you would. But there we go. Labworks says, I've been semi-homeless since Christmas, and it's only the past couple of weeks I've been able to do access help here.
Oh, wow.
Blimey. Nebraska. That's where Hephaestus is. So most of the central US is that way from North Dakota to Texas. Blimey. Alaska, though, I'd love to live there. The bears sneak up on you at the night just to eat you, just want to eat you there. Here we have to worry about bears like BFG. It's not the eating he's after. Look, little whiff of chloroform, you won't feel a thing. All right?
Just makes your bum sore.
Well, he's got a simple choice. I'll either bum him or cough. Take your pick.
Oh dear. I've got to admit, though, I've got to say, it was... You shouldn't laugh at it, but I did find it funny that Boris Johnson got it.
That's karma. That's karma at work, that is. Irish is just gone cough. The one that made me chuckle was the Minister for Health picked it up as well. But have you noticed all these celebrities, including the American ones, and the politicians, they only ever show mild symptoms. That's it. Mild symptoms.
But by all accounts, a lot of people, that's all they do actually get is mild symptoms. See, the problem with these, so like, how many people have contracted corona? They're not actually telling you how many people have recovered from it.
No, all you're seeing is the death figures.
Yeah.
Which is not helping. I'd like to see 2 charts.
Yeah.
One for the fatalities, which, obviously there is concern there, but one for the people that are getting better. There was a lovely video of an 87-year-old guy in China who'd just been announced clear of the virus. And the old boy's punching the air, in sheer joy.
Mm.
And it was such a lovely image.
Yeah.
I
mean, what was it last night? If there's 20,000 deaths, we're doing
we've got
good.
Off lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is blooming scary. It really is. And I've also started noticing, I don't know if you have, that they've started reporting in Russia and obviously Korea as well.
Yes.
Which I think is quite interesting.
Well, at one point, Russia were trying to say they'd not had any cases whatsoever.
Mm.
So I'm beginning to wonder if you can add a 0 to some of their reporting, but... Oh, there we are. Mick says, I won't watch any news. It's just impacted misery. Get stuck in and keep going forwards. Exactly, Mick.
Mm.
Keep on buggering on.
Oh, that's all we can do. That's all
exactly.
we can do.
I mean, what I was pleased to see was they brought in testing now for NHS workers. I think that is something that we did lack. It's been addressed, and I'm pleased to see it's been addressed, but by God, it's an invasive test. Have you seen it?
No.
It's literally swab right down the back of your throat. Then you get a swab inserted into your nasal passage.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them. It looks rough as hell.
Yeah, it's
oh, yeah, pleasant. I have seen that, yeah, no.
But the good thing is that we'll be able to identify if somebody's already had it, if they've been exposed, if they're carrying it, etc. So at the critical points, you should be able to stop any further spread. What else we got? How many people have no or mild symptoms that aren't even tested, which also skews the figures? It's only those that show more serious symptoms. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
I mean, it's this testing thing that needs to be done.
And this feeds back into what you were saying about how we deal with things after this. I think the journalists seriously need to have a word with themselves.
Oh God, yeah.
It's all well selling copy, and I appreciate they need copy to survive. But this constant doom and gloom. I mean, the BBC have theirs has been quite factual.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean we've been watching BBC News and they are putting light things in. I've noticed that a lot. They've been sort of like putting up. There's a thing going off on TikTok about people doing fake raves to the BBC News theme tune and things like that, which is great. They were showing things like the clapping for the NHS. They've also been showing people that sort of like normally do schooling for kindergarten type things, and they've been putting exercise regimes on YouTube for the little kids and things like that. So they've been showing other things than just the actual doom and gloom.
Yeah, and I think that's the way forward. Do we need this constant misery? Yeah, we had it with the vaping. Yeah, and that was just panic mongering. We've seen it with COVID-19 and vaping as well in Scotland. One of the ministers was trying to say that by vaping you were spreading the risk of infecting people. No, you're not, you idiot. Vaping does not increase the volume of air coming out of your lungs.
No.
And if anything, it disperses quicker than if you sneeze, because when you sneeze, there's large droplets of moisture potentially carrying virus.
And very true, Elizabeth. We forgot that life is still going on and everyone's on pause. Yeah, everyone is on pause.
This
yeah,
is it.
Me included. Yes, me included.
I saw a lovely post on Facebook, and it's a bit PC and it's a bit huggy, and I don't care. It said it's not about life is not about waiting out the storm. It's about learning to dance in the rain. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. Take your pleasures where you find them. I mean, all this thing about, I was seeing on the news, should you go and see your boyfriend, girlfriend? No, but there's ways round it. There is ways round. We've got the technology to do it. If you're feeling a bit fruity, knock your socks off.
Okay.
You know what I mean, though. Look.
Are those the days when you used to read at the back at newspaper? Oh, hello.
Well, back in the day, if you went back to the Second World War, you're not telling me the love letters that the guys on the front line wrote home weren't a little on the paprika side, a little bit of spice in there.
A little bit of spiciness.
That's the spicy meatballs.
That's a spicy meatballs.
For God's sake, there's ways round it. Abstinence.
Demolition Man sex.
No. Stood there on the screen. I'm betting though. How many of these have you? Somebody mentioned this the other day, and it had me chuckling. Have you noticed how the sexy pics on Facebook have dropped since all the husbands are at home?
No, I have not noticed.
Well, I'd not particularly noticed it either, but I just saw this poster. It just had me chuckling at the thought,
It's like what we said before, though. You've got to admit, being able to do what we're doing now, I think is absolutely awesome. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, the shows, the charity stream last night, it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Ooh. What?
No, Ben's just sent me something on...
private messaging.
Yeah. No, it's interesting.
Go on.
No, it's a 33-minute vid, and if I try and play it, it'll probably crash my laptop.
Yeah, it probably will.
I will bring... If it's as interesting as it looks, I shall bring it to the show on Thursday. So... Because no doubt we will be talking about COVID again.
I'm sure, because literally everything is being put on pause. So I think we ought to do something different on Thursday.
What, we're going to hit the play button?
Yeah.
Does that mean I'm going to be stood at the screen going like that? Oh, that's just wrong. No.
No, we'll stick to Huggles.
I'm glad you said that, mate.
No, we're definitely not doing pole dancing. No.
No. I might have lost a bit of beef, but I'm still not lightweight enough to be pole dancing yet. No. Live music.
Live music, no.
Go on, break out the banjo. Sandra Bullock might be fun.
Yeah, we'll try and get Sandra Bullock on. Hey, Steve, look who's in.
The god of the gutter, the lord of lewdness, the saviour of smut. Sinner!
Oh, dear God.
There you are. Festus says he'd pay to see me pole dancing. I've got options.
Ooh, he's going to pay.
Oh, bless. You do realise I'm going to run out of these big intros for Sinner soon?
Nah. And Harris should pay for you not to.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue Irish.
Oh, bless you, Sinner. He's been working 26 days straight.
Bloody hell, dude. Daryl reckons there's a scam text telling people they've been fined for going out during coronavirus lockdown.
By all accounts, there's been a lot of scamming going off. I've heard a lot of things like rent. People have been ringing people up saying that they're the landlord, and because of the coronavirus, they're wanting direct payment, but also to make it sweetener, they're going to give them a discount on the rent, so they get the money up front. There's been a lot of that going off.
The problem is, while people are at home, the hackers are around, all the rest of it, so it's not good. And there has been an increase in stuff I've been seeing on people claiming that email accounts are being hacked, and while the increase in use in the internet is there, the possibilities for the hackers to get in is growing. Yeah,
Elizabeth says dressing up as police. Jeeps. I always think of A.B. Pond then.
Yeah, I was there.
Amy Pond.
Timmy's just put, I've not been called for weeks about the accident I wasn't in. I feel neglected. Oh, Jesus. Grumpy says they've had gangs going around telling the vulnerable they're there to disinfect the house and then robbing them blind.
I've just heard me laughing.
I don't know how. There's somebody outside laughing.
Oh, thank God for that. It sounded like me.
So, right. Amy Pond, zipper chainsaw. You ain't kidding. I still like the Christmas special where they were on the honeymoon in the ship that was going to crash into the clouds. And Rory she comes in dressed as a policewoman and he comes in dressed as a Roman centurion. Oh.
I miss Amy.
Bless you.
I think I'm going to have a Doctor Who fest now.
Oh, if you've not heard this one makes me laugh. If you receive an email with the subject "knock knock," just ignore it. It's homeworking Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh.
Thank you, sinner. It was exactly the same. I bet he's got a secret recording of you, Mark. I don't need secret recordings. I've got his house bugged. I have some terrifying recordings first thing in the morning, I'm telling you.
Honestly, I got my guitar out last night. Full blast. Oh, yeah.
Good lad.
Oh.
You thoroughly enjoyed yourself, did you?
I did, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was giving some serious Delta blues.
Oh, God. If you get an email telling you Tim Pork is infected with COVID, ignore it. It's just spam.
Oh.
Dad humour. Did Mark just admit to whipping out his wooden thing and giving it a fiddle on it loudly?
I did, yeah. Proud and all.
Strumming it like a good one. Turn the camera around. I bet his picture is all over your wall. You have no idea, Mick.
There is feedback, isn't there? I'm getting feedback for some reason.
No, there's somebody stood out on the corner laughing exactly the same as you, mate.
They're not related, are they?
I don't know. I'll go and have a look.
I'm sure I could hear feedback. There you go. You saw the belly there, didn't you? Everyone's just seen your belly, dude.
You leave my belly out of it.
They saw your wee belly there. Get in my belly.
There's a lot less belly than there was, son.
I can hear feedback. Definitely.
Yeah, that's because I just hit play on the YouTube stream.
Ah. On a serious note, can I send you Hard Rain Blues? Just download it. It's all there, kiddo. But yes, I can see it. Somehow send it, yeah. I'm sure, but I could do that. But you can download it directly if you want to.
Mm.
You can download the album as well.
Sinner says, I think BFG is secretly bunkered down under Mark's desk.
No. No.
I haven't physically seen him in many weeks. Yes, it's all right. Feedback sorted.
How would I do that to you just add that on your source. Once you've obviously downloaded it in obviously MP3 file, you add it as in your source and you put it to media.
Oh,
it's very, very simple.
Timmy says he's having a brilliant time learning to play my one-string banjo thing. Can't say the same for everyone else stuck in the house.
Well, the banjo that he's got is the tin box one. If he looks on his frets, it's a dulcier frets. So no matter where you put your slide on your fret, it will always be in tune. Whereas on a normal guitar, you've got lots of frets. Yours are spaced out, so they're all in a. So you should be all right. But it's ace. I love banjos.
Sinner, just no. Am I sure that's a runny nose I have? Just no. No. Oh my God. No.
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 We're close, but we're not that close.
Bless. Yeah, Mick.
Okay.
Mick, do us a favour. PM me your email address and I'll email it to you.
It's a damn good tune for an intro.
And then obviously you've got the recorded version. The proper version. Not the live version.
Oh, man.
Voker! Fist bump! Ugh. Oh, bless you. Yeah, and plus we're an hour early because we put our clocks forward because it's here in the UK, it's British summertime. Tomac's here as well. Are you?
Tomac! Oh, bless. Well, Tomac was over in the Vaping Misfits this morning, so...
Oh, bless you. He's got it on Deezer.
Oh, good lad. Yes, mate. You learn something new every day. Sinner, you don't want to learn about zipper chainsaws. No. No. Oh, Mick sent you a request on Facebook, Mark.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it now.
Good lad.
And I've confirmed.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah,
So after the show, I'll dig it out and see if I can send it you.
We'll have to have a chat and see what we can tweak on Thursday to get away from some of this doom and gloom.
Oh, God, you're not kidding. We need something.
Saying that, we're not sure whether there's not going to be any extra doom and gloom added.
Oh, God, I pray to God. Well, I mean, let's face it. In just 1 week, everything... most people's lives have completely changed within 1 week.
It's the strongest reason not to go to bed angry I can think of for a long time, isn't it?
You're not kidding.
Yeah.
You're not kidding at all.
And I saw the kids yesterday for the first time in a week, and it was hard saying ta-ra.
Oh, I bet. Oh,
yeah.
Blooming heck,
But if your loved ones are there and you can, just let them know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And if your loved ones aren't there and you can, Let them know.
Yeah.
Spread a bit of joy.
You guys spread a bit of joy.
Mick says buy a purge.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be shouting at the top of your voice, purge. No.
Oh, I don't know.
But it's like I said to you, I was looking on Amazon, just something to watch. Oh, the amount of infectious this film and zombie this film. And it's like, no, you don't want them type of films on.
You want a really good one? Benny and June.
Benny and June.
Benny and June, one of Johnny Depp's really early films.
Mm-hmm.
Two social misfits fall in love. Honest, it's just one of these really nice, warm, huggy films to watch. And the music is awesome.
Yes, totally agree with you there. He's got Disney Plus.
Good lad. Daryl's saying the virus is deadly to the weak and those with underlying health problems. Yeah. My lad has mental health problems. I'm enjoying the break. The government has to stop this quarantine. I want to see my wife for dinner, but not the whole day. Daryl, the reason we're not allowed out is to prevent more infection than there needs to be. So
yeah, you don't want to be going out, or as going out as little as physically possible.
Too right, because the more people that go out, the higher the spikes are going to be, the more people are going to die. It's that simple. We haven't got the equipment or the staff to deal with more than the ceiling levels. With the best will in the world, there are nurses knocking themselves out left, right and centre to treat these cases.
Yeah.
And they've got families.
And at the end of the day, we're doing our bit.
Yeah.
And you've got to look at it that way. We're doing our bit by doing what we're told, stay in, look after an NHS, and it saves lives. God, I sound like bloody Boris.
You're not coughing.
No, I'm not coughing. No, might have the odd sneeze, but I'm not coughing.
Now is the selfish bit is over.
Yeah.
We can't afford to be selfish.
No.
We've got to think about not just us, but the loved ones, the guy next door. He might be an arsehole, but you don't want him dying, do you? A large percentage of people are only going to get mild cases. They might get a mild case. Who's to say they're not in contact with somebody who's elderly? Yeah? Now, just remember, there's not just one strain of this, there's two now. One affects the elderly, one affects the younger. So
I think the reality of it all is actually kicking in now. I don't think we took it seriously enough right at the beginning, which was literally 2 weeks ago. But I do think that people are now, this is getting real, because 3 weeks ago it was China this, it was China that, it was Italy this, it was Italy that. Nothing was majorly happening here in the UK. Then literally within 2 weeks we are literally a lockdown, and I think the reality of it all is actually just now kicking in.
Sinner, I'm the same, mate. I work for the NHS, so I'm in 5 days. But as the manager of the team, I think it's my responsibility to be in 5 days, because I've got staff that are home working to make sure they're safe. But if something goes wrong, we need a body on site. Some of the team are coming in. They're coming in fewer days. But like I say, if you're leading a team, you don't do it from the back. Yeah? And hats off to you, Sinner, and your wife. Bless you. What? Sorry. All right, I got a bit serious there. I do apologise.
No, it was vaping Irish.
Irish, I'm going to come down there and lick your face, son. I have one member working from home. He's Irish, so I'm working 7 days a week trying to get staff working from home. This is it, Sinner. I spent probably 75% of my week physically going around to IT, collecting equipment, jumping through all the hoops paperwork-wise so that they can work at home. Yeah. Tolmac, let's be right. This could have appeared from anywhere.
Yeah.
Didn't have to be China. If it turns out there's a lot of conspiracy theory.
Oh, there's a lot of that going off at the moment.
With it being a weaponized virus and all the rest of it. Until there's something solid, do we really want to be going down that route? We've got enough problems. We don't need to be fighting an invisible enemy.
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, let's face it. I read quite a few conspiracy theories about how it was a Chinese man-made thing to basically take over the world. But no, I think it's a bit daft, that, myself.
No, you're not kidding.
I think it's nature has a way of doing things. And
we've been overdue a pandemic for about 20 years now.
Oh, God, yeah.
They normally come about every 50 years. Well, the Spanish flu was, 1920? I wouldn't class bird flu as a pandemic.
No.
Yeah? This is a true pandemic. So this has been on the cards for a long, long time.
Oh, you're not kidding. I mean, let's face it. Like I said, nature has a way of culling the masses, should we say, is the only way of putting it. Not to be horrible, but nature has a way of doing it.
Sorry, there we are. Thank you, Hephaestus, 1918 Spanish flu. And if you look how much the population has grown over the last 20, 30 years, this is nature just flexing its muscles.
Yeah, of course it is. And when it sounds too far-fetched, chances it is, yeah. I mean, I've heard some really crazy blooming stories, especially on Facebook, blooming heck.
My personal favourite was a clip from a Japanese film that's current. I believe it's on the American Netflix at the minute. And this geezer's showing you where you need to fast forward to. And there's the scene in it where they're talking about a weaponized corona strain. I'm like, well, if he's factually based it, yeah, it could have been anything. It could have been a weaponized flu strain. It happened to be corona. And it's coincidence, yeah.
Yeah, but the coronavirus has been out for yonks. It's not a new virus, the actual coronavirus. But the COVID-19 is the new one.
Well, it's the same family as flu, cold, and, the normal cold, etc. It's just this one's come from an animal source. So there's no... Is it... Have they roughly worked it out that it's bat droppings? Something like that. But there's no... The RNA of the virus, we have nothing to combat it, and it's just pure chance that it's causing respiratory problems. Yeah. So, Nature, Mother Nature has a way of culling the masses. All you have to do is look at history. You ain't kidding. I mean, she's not... we might call her Mother Nature and make her all cuddly and warm, but she ain't. Piss her off and she's a bitch. It came from What? That's what showers are for. Went from bats to... I don't know. Oh, pangolin. Jumped to humans from there.
Yeah. I could say I heard it was from bats.
Yeah, I think bats is the initial source. I mean, vaccines, you're going to be looking at least...
18 months.
at least, I'd have thought.
I mean, they're going down the route at the present moment into HIV style medication, but that's not a cure. That's just to control it.
Yeah. I mean, the bit that made me chuckle was that the Americans have been testing this vaccine on humans. And I was in work and the gaffer turned around and he went, and that's how the zombie apocalypse started.
Yeah.
But anyway, you seen the time we've run.
Yeah, we've run. Well, we did lose for a bit.
Well, we did. But 12 to 16 months in his hump day update on the vaccines. Yeah, that sounds about right. Shout out to all the ferrets currently being experimented on for vaccine.
Yeah, that's right, Sinner. HIV and Ebola medication. Also vitamin C as well. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, any vaccination is going to be, I would say, at least minimum of 12 months to 18 months at least.
And you're still looking at a very high risk of side effects at that.
Yeah.
You know, it will be a case of, is the side effect serious enough to warrant use?
Yeah. Also, I mean, people that have already got the Ebola, the corona. Got Ebola on my brain now.
If you got Ebola, there ain't much coming back, mate.
Yeah. If obviously the people that have had it and have recovered, they may be able to fast forward the actual vaccine with people's antibodies. But that's where the testing needs to. They really need to ump this testing up.
Well, it'll be interesting to see whether the antigen sort of route provides many answers. You know, I mean, again, there's so many strains and it mutates so quickly.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, it tends to be. I was listening to this is off Radio 4. What they were saying was, the quicker it mutates, it's very rare for a virus to actually become more deadly with subsequent mutations. It tends to be more virulent, but the actual effects are lesser. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But anyway, look, enough of this. Enough of this. It's getting far too serious. So let's wind it up. It's now 4:10. I'm sure we've all got Netflix and chill that we can be doing.
We have.
For those guys that were up for we've got the more a virus mutates, the weaker it becomes. So, yep. What I want to know is, when do I put my Mad Max outfit on? Go with the dude outfit, mate. Forget Mad Max. Dressing gown, jumper, pyjama bottoms, and a pair of open-toed thongs.
Ooh, open-toed thongs? What's an open-toed thong?
It's a sandal, mate.
I was thinking something from Antimus.
Well, if you put it on your feet, you're in trouble, aren't you, son? Can days build up for enough antibodies to detect in a test? True. Viruses tend to get weaker to survive long enough. That's why Ebola is such an odd case. Yes, Grumpy's just got it. Flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
That's what thongs are.
It's a thong with a camel toe.
God.
Well, you can see where my brain went.
You filth monger.
I can't help it.
Professor says flip-flops, thongs are women's underwear and open-toed would be crotchless.
Yeah, exactly. See? I'm glad I'm not the only person that was thinking that then.
Timmy says, sandals? Do I look like a hippie? Homer Simpson sandals will do just nicely.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have a caftan and open-toed sandals.
Well, there's one thing after this lockdown. At least people are going to know who the daddy is.
Do you know something? I know this sounds daft, but we could actually have a baby boom from
Dear
this.
God.
From this lockdown. We actually could.
I wonder how many kids are going to be called quarantine. Oh my God. Oh, I did see a lovely one online. It was like mum and dad decided they wanted a 8 o'clock quickie. So they sent little Timmy out onto the balcony with a Snickers bar. It's just tell us what's going off in the street. So they're banging away, you know. And little Timmy's, there's a car coming. Right, yeah. Oh, looks like number 13 are moving. Yeah, right. Right. The Johnsons are having sex. Dad stops. He goes, how the bloody hell do you know that? He goes, because little Billy Johnson's out there on the balcony with the Snickers.
And yes, I would love to be sat here with sitar. I'd love to have a go at sitar. Da 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 da. Yeah.
If I was going to do that, it would be the Electric Boys, Hips and Lips.
Ooh.
To learn the intro to that. That'd be awesome. They'll be known as Generation COVID. My God.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen, though, isn't it? It's bound to happen. We're going to end up having a baby boom. I'm telling you.
Well, there's only so much Netflix you can... You know, eventually she's got to say yes. You know.
Yeah, I've got plenty of time to build one. All I need is one small aubergine.
Really? Tell us more. Dear Lord. Gen C.
Gen C.
So, Paul would know what thongs are. I wasn't being rude, they were flip-flops. Aren't they, Paul? Come on, you tell them what thongs are.
Thongs are not flip-flops.
Thongs are flip-flops.
Well, yeah, I think that's a good doctor's report. Yeah. Have sex helps with depression and stress.
Yeah, but it's giving me tennis elbow. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah, you're going to look like Popeye on this hand.
I'm just wondering how many people have sort of discovered Pornhub and all the rest of it.
I'm sure there's going to be a stat somewhere.
There you go, Labworks. They're bits of rubber you wear on your feet. There you are. Thank you. Beatty in a banana hammock. Now I've ruined everyone's dinner. Yes, thank you, Irish. I do not own budgie smugglers. There you are. Festus says I'm in the same boat. My arms aren't that long, Festus. Sorry, mate.
And what boat is that?
The good ship onanism.
On the good ship. Oh, dear God.
Oh, Grumpy says I'm waiting for Pornhub 2. I've already binge watched the OG. Dear Lord. Oh, that'll be the next thing. There'll be a YouTube stream somewhere suggesting online porn hubs.
Half time, change hands.
I'll lie on your arm. And
Yeah, lie on your arm and...
You just need some really good Gorilla Tape. I don't know. Right, come on. It's all going downhill. I can change hands and gain a stroke. Who are you kidding, Paul? don't get these sort of comments from the ladies, do we?
No, obviously not.
You meant to change hands at 50, but I never get that far. God almighty. Let's bring a close to this smut fest. Oh, here we go.
Lisbeth doesn't know what we're talking about.
No, fair enough, Elizabeth, and I can't fault you.
Until Mac's 52 and he's never changed.
Apparently, Paul's just spat beer everywhere. Be fair, if Jenny was here, you'd be getting much worse comments.
Definitely.
I don't know what you mean. Oh, Elizabeth, sorry.
Right, are we going to call it a day then?
Yeah, I think we ought to. Right, so don't forget to join us on Thursday.
On Thursday, yes.
On Thursday for the home service.
I'm hoping Lethal will be back with us.
Yeah, see how it goes. Otherwise, it's just us two again.
Yep.
Oh,
well,
bless you.
I'll be doing some reviews this week. So that's the plan. I'm doing my assertive effort of getting up properly and getting dressed, have my breakfast, and then I'm going to come into the studio and pretend it's a work day. So that's my plan for next week. And so I'll be doing some reviews. I'm going to be doing the clutch. I'm going to be doing 2 videos for the clutch. I'm going to do one video for the actual review for the clutch, but I'm also going to do a video for the strip down and maintenance of the actual clutch as well. I thought instead of doing it in one video, I'll split it and do into 2 videos. I've also got the O Small from Vaporesso coming up. I've also got the Target Pro RPM 80 version thing. Got some juices as well, and I've got some other little odds and sods that I'm going to be doing this week alone. So that's my plans for this week.
Sorted. No,
and I might also get a chance to update the intros and that.
Ooh.
So that's the plan.
Good stuff.
Well, so I'm gonna take advantage. I mean, to be honest with you, I've not had this amount of time to myself for a long time, especially way before Christmas. So I'm going to take advantage of it.
Can't fault you, mate. Can't fault you at all. I will be in work, so there's not going to be much coming out of me. As I say, I've got the cherry fizz. Stop it. I've got the cherry fizz to review, which I am so looking forward to. It's just a case of finding time to actually get pen to paper. So we shall be doing that. As I said, if you've got a local vape shop that is doing local deliveries, look into it.
Definitely.
There is some scams out there. Be careful. Always make sure that you're messaging the owner, that you know where the shop is. If you've used it before, that's great. But let's keep these guys going over this difficult period.
Yes.
Because if we don't use them, we're going to lose them.
Mm-hmm. So just to let you know, the Vapor Store, all you have to go to is thevaporstore.co.uk, and they're all doing online service. So yeah, just pop over there, and
if you're in
my
the
boss will
Retford
look after you.
If you're in the Retford area, go onto Facebook. It's Not Smoke. They've got a small form. You can either pay by bank transfer or by phone in the shop, and they'll do card details. Yeah, you receive a receipt along with your delivery. Your delivery can either be dropped off on the doorstep at a 2 metre space, or it can be left in a safe place. Okay?
Slice.
Slice. New tooth, please.
Blah, blah.
You have to pay extra for that. So, right. Well, thank you for joining us. Thoroughly enjoyed chat. It's been a real lift in me this afternoon. It
definitely.
was so much fun. Really enjoyed it. Rare chance to hear all the show without paying customers interrupting. Oh, bless you, Mick. Stay safe, mate, Mark. Stay inside. The virus is bigger than you.
Pretty much.
Never had a week home since 1995. Jesus Christ, mate. Tolmac, you might need to start changing hands, mate. That's how you start. That's how you get calluses. It's not good. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Ben. Ben says, made my day. Thanks, chaps and chat. Indeed. Chat, look after yourselves.
Yeah,
Stay
definitely.
safe.
Stay indoors.
Yeah. Follow the guidelines.
Rules.
I've got a nasty feeling that if you don't, and this is a serious note, there has been reports that some constabularies are suggesting that people maybe shot other people that aren't following the rules.
Mm.
So bear that in mind. Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. Don't ring Mick for taxis because he's staying in.
Can't fault it.
Right, let's wrap this one up. I just want to say thank you to Steve.
Indeed, thank you.
It's been
Mark.
awesome, mate. He's really made my day today, to be honest with you. Because I have been feeling a little bit bleh, as is to be expected. Guys in chat, thank you so much for this show. It has been awesome talking to you all. And please, like the government's telling us, stay home, look after the NHS. It saves lives. So, can't say any fairer than that. Look after yourselves, and yeah, we'll see you all on Thursdays.
Indeed we will. Right. Bye.
Bye. You ought to do it with you when you're vaping. That'll lower your tone.